Jack lost $3,360 last year without making one big mistake. That was the strange part. No emergency, no luxury purchase, no terrible decision he could point to. Just things he kept saying he would handle later. A return he missed, a subscription he forgot, a parking ticket he didn't pay on time, a package he never opened. On his phone, it all looked small. 47 unread emails, a few reminders, a few charges, nothing urgent enough to stop his day. And that was exactly how the money disappeared. One was a return reminder. He'd bought a jacket online. It didn't fit. The return window closed in 3 days. He'd deal with it tonight. He didn't deal with it. 3 days passed. The return window closed. The jacket stayed. $85 gone. The gym membership kept charging. He'd been meaning to cancel it for 7 months. $45 every month. He went twice in that time. Canceling felt simple in theory. Open the app. Find the settings. Click through the menus. Confirm twice. Done. But it never felt like the right moment. Not during work, not after dinner, not when he was tired. So he kept moving it forward. Tonight, this weekend, next week. Later became the place where small tasks went to survive. A parking ticket arrived. $35. He'd been parked in a 2-hour zone for 3 hours. Forgot to move the car. He didn't pay it. 2 weeks later, the fine doubled. $35 became $70. Still felt manageable. Still something he'd get to. He bought another phone charger. The third one that year. Not because they broke, because he couldn't find the first two. $25 each time. The streaming service he didn't watch kept charging. $15 a month. Hadn't opened it in 4 months. But canceling required logging in, finding the settings, clicking through menus. It felt like more effort than $15 was worth. So it stayed. By the end of the month, the small delays had quietly cost him $280. Not in one place. That was why it was easy to miss. $85 from the jacket, $45 from the gym, $70 from the parking ticket, $25 for another charger, $15 for a streaming service he didn't watch. None of it felt serious enough to stop everything and fix. But together, it was no longer small. He started making lists. Things to do, things to cancel, things to return. The lists helped him feel organized, but he rarely finished them. Another package arrived, sat by the door for a week. He kept walking past it, meaning to open it. Never did. A subscription he forgot about renewed annually. $120. Charged automatically. He'd used it once, 9 months ago. His friends seemed more organized, or maybe she had the same problems. Nobody really talked about it. The problem was not that Jack was irresponsible. Most of the time, he knew exactly what needed to be done. That was the frustrating part. He knew the package should be opened. The subscription should be canceled. The ticket should be paid. The email should be answered. But modern adult life had become full of tiny maintenance tasks. None of them were hard. There were just always more of them. And avoiding one felt easier than starting. Over 6 months, Jack had lost $1,680 to small delays. Returns he missed. Subscriptions he forgot. Late fees he postponed. Things he bought twice. None of it felt serious individually, but collectively, it drained him. He tried fixing it once. Spent a Saturday handling everything. Canceled 3 subscriptions, remaining 2 packages. Paid the parking ticket. Felt productive. 2 weeks later, new delays started stacking. Another subscription he forgot about. Another return window he missed. Another task he'd get to later. The tasks never felt urgent. That's why they survived. Another parking ticket. $35. Same zone, same mistake. He put it in the glove compartment. Told himself he'd pay it tonight. The streaming service he canceled came back. A special offer email. 3 months for $5. He signed up. Used it once. Forgot to cancel before the regular price returned. $15 a month again. Over a year, Jack lost $3,360 to small delays. His life did not collapse. That was the uncomfortable part. Rent was still paid. Work still happened. Everything looked normal from the outside. But underneath it, Money kept leaking. A missed return, a renewed subscription, a doubled fine, a duplicate purchase. Nothing dramatic. Just $3,360 gone because later kept feeling reasonable. The delays weren't dramatic. They were just constant. A return missed here, a fee ignored there, a subscription forgotten. Small enough to postpone, expensive enough to add up. Jack still had unread emails, still had packages sitting by the door, still had subscriptions he meant to cancel. Not because he was lazy, because none of it felt urgent enough to interrupt his day. And that was the trap. The tasks were small enough to ignore, but expensive enough to keep coming back. Nothing catastrophic happened, just small delays, small fees, small leaks. All of them survivable individually, all of them expensive together. Another notification appeared. Return window closing, subscription renewing, task overdue. Jack looked at it, closed his phone. He'd deal with it later.